Well, the first thing that I was thinking is who lives close to the church in my congregation. So I have a few families living around. So the first thing was call them. It was early in the morning, so the first thing I did was call them and see if they are okay and if they knew something that was happening. Thanks God they were good. Actually, one of our members came at 7 to the church to leave some things in the church, and she didn't realize what's happening. And she went to work, and when she was at work, she saw the news and she was in shock.
How were you when you heard four people had been shot on your street here?
You know, this is the coming from in my background, coming from a violent country. When I hear that, I couldn't imagine. I didn't realize that happening in Fredericton. I never thought that would happen. You know, 4 people and lose their lives, and we don't know the reasons. There is no reason for that, right? And I was in shock for that. You hear that things in our countries, but not in Fredericton. And that was why I was really worried about the neighborhood, because I know that around there is a lot of families with children, and our church is always worried about the children, you know, because anything happen, the more vulnerable are the children, right? So that was the first thing that I thought. The children in the building, and I saw later that one of the ladies, one of her children, just the bullet went through the window over his bed. So that was really hard for us. Well, at first it is important to show the people that we can be strong, that we can continue even in the middle of the storm. You know, we can come to our God and find hope in Him. And that's why we are open today, because we want to show the people that we can continue, even when the enemy, you know, is trying to get a lot of bad situation to us, but the Lord is there for us, and that's why we want to show the people that we can continue, because the enemy can defeat our Lord. So that's why we are here today.
What is the message that you'll have for your congregation today?
We are going to have the message in Luke 10. I will be preaching about the Good Samaritan, because I want to challenge the church today, not just to pray, but to go further and try to help in other ways to the community, you know.
But when this becomes a memory to many in the community, those families will still need help. So what are you planning to do to carry on in the weeks and months ahead, when those families will still have lost a person they loved?
Exactly. This is what we were thinking, that after the situation, but because as we were talking before, right now is a lot of people around them. But it's like when, you know, you lose something and people is with you, somebody and people is with you, but after that everyone go home because it's life. But after that you are in your home alone. And this is what we are going to try to do. Try to find a way to get the children, to bring them something, even with the police officers, you know, just to visit them once a while and go with them and pray for them and bring something for them too. And for the families also. I don't have any idea right now. This is the challenge for this morning, to put the congregation to think about that. What else we can do? Yeah, so.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you, although the circumstances
Thank you.
are pretty bad here in Fredericton right now.
Yes, thank you.